Socio-economic planning. What do you mean by the planned economy? Planned economy is one in which state owns partly or wholly and directs the economy. But in the market economy, what will happen is that it controlled by the market forces and the economy is driving through the supply, demand, and other factors that regulate market conditions. Indicative plant operates when there is a mixed economy with state and market policy both are in prevail. That means indicative plans examples are the state the state control the policy, whereas the market also drives the economy as supply and demands. Why India choose the economic planning? Because after independence in 1947 there is a huge poverty, and to eradicate the poverty, India needs a major programs to develop its economic growth and economic development also. Economic growth and economic development are not the same things. Economic growth is the growth of the value of products and services produced in the country. Although you may think that if the growth or capital increases, then there will be eradication of poverty. But it will be not in a true line, because it depends upon the equitable distribution of the wealth among the peoples. Why? The Gini coefficient uh, is come under this picture, that the distribution of wealth among the peoples. Okay, so what is the planning needs? There is 4 points for which planning is most urgently required for the country to elevate. One is growth, one is modernization, one is self-reliance, and one is social justice. Growth means I have discussed. Then modernization is important to compete with the internationals and to modernize the industries to form a better result, to export more in terms of product and services, and this is a vital part. As the Nehru Mohammadis model in the second plan, the most in this plan the most focus element is industry sector, and it has done a great job to achieving the modernization at that time, and you can say it is a launchpad for economic growth to take off the fight of the economic growth in that time. Next is self reliance and social justice. Self-reliance is an self-reliance is an dependent on yourself. Means when you when you observed in the history, there's a Swadeshi movement in 1907. They boycotted the foreign goods and uses the domestic products. Likewise, self-reliance is to produce or uses the resources what we have in our country. This should not be confused with the self. This should not be confused with self-sufficiency. In world there is no country that is self-sufficiency. Self-justice is the distributions of the wealth evenly and every people go get equitable persons, equitable growth, and that is known as social justice. So these are the main objectives for achieving in the 60 years of planning commissions, planning 5-year plans. Mixed, mixed economy. What is a mixed economy? When you consider the mixed economy, it is a mixed economy is a something that both market driven and government driven.